The tale of the tape now, and very similar, except again, Gausha, 6 years the elder, and for Adames, who has been, well, undefeated at middleweight, continues. He's looking to take the fight to Gausha, but Gausha known for his counter-punching, known for a good jab and a strong right hand, but can he stave off the relentless pressure? Carlos Adames, we will find out. We are scheduled for 12 rounds for a middleweight championship, and with the official introductions, here is Hall of Fame ring announcer Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to the world-famous MGM Grand Garden Arena tonight, celebrating 100 championship nights of boxing here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as Premier Boxing Champions presents a PBC pay-per-view on Prime special event brought to you by GTD Promotions and TGB Promotions. Sponsored in this bout by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. And The Boys, new episodes weekly on Prime Video. This bout in the ring is sanctioned by the WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman. Introducing our judges, scoring from ringside from Nevada, Patricia Morse-Jarman. From Nevada, Chris Migliori. And from New Jersey, Steve Weisfeld. Introducing our third man to the ring, the referee in charge of this world title attraction, Robert Hoyle. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing to you first the challenger on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with red and black trim, fighting out of and representing Cleveland, Ohio. He weighed in at the middleweight limit of 160 pounds, a 2012 U.S. Olympian. As a professional, his record stands at 24 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the challenger and the world-ranked middleweight contender, introducing Terrell Gausha. And his opponent across the ring is the defending world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red trunks with gold trim, fighting out of Las Vegas by way of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. He weighed in at 159 1/4 pounds, with a record of 23 wins and 1 loss. He has 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight he is making the first defense of his title. Please welcome the newly crowned WBC Middleweight Champion of the World, El Bronco Caballo, Carlos Adames. Once again, our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Robert Hoyle.
Right there. Carlos, vámonos. Vámonos, Carlos. Okay, we went over the expectations in the dressing room. Any punches here, aquí está bien. Any punches here will be good, okay? I want you to obey my command and give me a good, clean fight. Remember, don't make this about me. Touch him up, scoot back.
The referee is Robert Hoyle, and here at MGM Grand Garden Arena, we start this PBC PPV with a championship fight in the middleweight division. The newly christened Carlos Adames against Terrell Gausha. And so many questions surrounding the 36-year-old Gausha. Age, activity level, and the ability to close out top-shelf opponents are what tend to draw the most questions from boxing observers. Meanwhile, Adames, who actually started his career at welterweight, has blossomed into a very effective middleweight. He is 5-0 with 4 middleweight wins since, well, losing at 154 to Patrick Teixeira. But he's done a lot of work in becoming more conditioned, doesn't fade like he once did, and of course he's known for that power, likes to work behind a jab, and in this fight he starts orthodox. 2 biggest fights against Derevyanchenko and Williams, he was a lefty.
Yes.
Adames.
Adames, he feels really comfortable as a left-hander. And not only does he feel comfortable, he does really good as a southpaw stance. You mentioned the loss against Teixeira. Yes, he knew that in that fight he didn't train properly. He didn't take the fight seriously, and he took the L. Now he's worked since really hard, and he's gotten knockouts, wins, and just building his record up. Again, he's fighting Gausha, a tough fighter, a fighter that has a lot of experience. They've been there against big names, so we'll see what happens tonight.
Gausha, who feels that his counter punching will serve him well in avoiding that. There's the jab, also very proficient with the jab. Joe, as Terrell Gausha loves to use it in versatile ways, upstairs, downstairs, but he is cautious and calculating, sometimes too much of each. The lack of offensive output has been the bane of Gausha's career.
He's been a patient to a fault. But, you know, look, this is a good guy to be patient with right now when you're going up against Adames.
That's true.
Very dangerous guy. Now, if he starts picking them apart and finding some openings for Gausha, great. But, you know, Adames is a very dangerous guy, and from the right side or left side.
Adames, the fourth fighter from the tiny baseball-loving nation to become a boxing champion. Its first middleweight champion, the Dominican Republic, loving Carlos Adames and loving the offense of Adames. That overhand right blocked and then goes to the body with the jab. So again, a cautious start, high stakes. Adames' first fight as the champion, and he received the news that he was going to be elevated to full championship status on his 30th birthday, May 7, after Jamal Charlo, the longtime champion, was stripped of the title after another legal issue.
Yeah, definitely a cautious round for both of them. Adames is known to be a fighter that picks up after the first round. Second and third, he becomes really impressive with that pressure.
10 seconds, yes, sir, go.
Tonight, as he's only thrown 11 punches. Well, the Stanley Cup final continues, and we got a hockey score in terms of total punches connected in that opening round. 2-1 for Adames.
Dame protector de boca. Ok, toma aire.
All right, breathe now.
¿Qué es lo que yo le vi a este loco?
What did I see that this crazy dude does?
Él te tira el jab y está
That he
bajando la
throws the
mano.
jab and he brings the hand down. Okay,
Y
that's
tú
what I saw.
tienes que tirarle jab para
And
que
you've
te
got to
tire
throw
jab.
the jab
Métele
so
la
that he puts
derecha
it
por
in
arriba.
get that right over the
Okay?
top. All right.
El jab tuyo de abajo se
Your
lo tiene que ir
jab
cambiando.
down, you got to switch it
Y lo
up.
último.
And
¿Te acuerdas la
lastly,
finta que le hicimos con el
remember
doble
the feint
paso?
that we were doing with the double
Pero es
step?
para chingártelo.
But that's to fuck him up. You got to throw those little shots.
Ya la amenaza.
All right, you're turning him now. You're moving to your side.
Ya está tenso. Porque ya
He's already tight. He's already tense because he already felt your power. All right? Clean your hands. Clean your gloves up.
Ismael Salas, the trainer for Carlos
Round two.
Adames, while
Round
Manny
two.
Robles Jr. is in Gausha's corner. And for Adames, again, looking to exercise the demon of his only other fight here in the fight capital of the world, which was that fight against Teixeira. It was a right hook in the 7th from the southpaw that dropped Adames in that fight. It was 114, 113 on 2 scorecards, meaning the knockdown cost him a draw.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And Teixeira was former champion
54 champ.
and great fighter.
In fact, Abner Gausha was also 154 for a long part of his career. He came up in his last fight, and he actually was scaled at 162.5 pounds, and he won an 8-round majority decision in a lackluster fight against journeyman Keandre Leatherwood. So this is his 2nd straight fight in Las Vegas, but he'll have to look much better if he's to unseat the champion Adames.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, again, we've been saying it a lot about Gausha's offensive punching. He doesn't let his punches go as much. For this fight, it might benefit him a little bit because the aggression that Adames has will be maybe be a little bit too much, and Gausha just can counter on top of that.
In his last 6 CompuBox tracked fights, Gausha has averaged 40 punches per round. In the first round, he threw 24 here tonight. Just past the midway point of the 2nd round, and Adames looking to flash the jab, but again, very cautious start to this fight. I'm a little surprised as Adames, who's used to working on the jab, but also used to being a little more aggressive.
Yeah, same here. I'm waiting for him to really step on the gas. He hasn't yet, but you know, look, don't expect Gausha to do it for you. He's going to have to take the fight to Gausha
Yeah, and let's not forget that Gausha, he's a really precise fighter. He can counter you really good. He did it against Tim Tszyu with that right hand. So I can also see why Adames is being cautious.
Yeah, dropped Tim Tszyu and Tszyu's American debut in the first round, which was a counter right hand. But after 3 rounds, the body work of Tszyu began to wear down Gausha and outpoint him. Adames, known for his brilliant body work, but there's that good right hand. The best weapon in Gausha's arsenal is the right hand. And now here comes Adames on the attack.
And that's his best weapon, Adames, is that pressure. And he should continue to do that and stay with it right now, regardless of the right hand.
Yeah, but he was overreaching there. I think he went off balance, and Gausha just did
10 seconds, 10 seconds.
I get that, but Gausha's also, you know, look, he's got under 50% knockout rate. So, you know, he's not a devastating puncher. You just keep your hands up and keep the pressure on.
Okay. Way to start working off that jab, champ. Where we gotta start picking up the pace a little bit, right? Start trust that right hand of yours. Hear me? If you see it, take it, right? See the way you're touching that head and body with the jab, Greg? Touch the shoulders, the chest, the body, the head, huh? Mix it up a little bit and come with that right hand. Hear me? Go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you. Step off that right hand. Looking for a big shot, big punch, right? You want to counter off of that, champ.
Joe, a lot of information in that corner from a lot of different people. Is it best to have one singular voice?
Absolutely, and I insist on that.
But they're all right. Honestly, I like. Yeah,
They're talking over each other.
No, I think they both took their time.
3 guys.
Yeah, 3 guys, but they said the right things.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe it. It's hard enough with a 3-man booth. I can only imagine what it's like there in the corner.
Right, but a fighter, and you'll be attest to this,
Yes.
Abner, they'll tune out too much noise in the corner. And there's usually
I think they all took their time to say something, and they got it in. And I think they were the right thing. Gausha, they say wait for the right moment. The other guy said throw a little bit more. So, I mean, they're all the right things.
I prefer the one-man, one voice in the corner, the guy that is with you every day talking to you.
Gausha's second career title fight. He fell short against Erislandy Lara in October of 2017 at 154. Lara now one of the title holders at 160 pounds, along with Adames and the unified champion Yanabek Ali Mahamula, who's 15-0 with 10 KOs. He's ranked number 1 in the division, but we've got Adames and Gausha going at it. Ring Magazine has the championship vacant now. So again, the middleweight division storied in history. I mean, Sugar Ray Robinson of all people was an amazing middleweight champion. You've got Marvin Hagler, Bernard Hopkins, Carlos Monzo, Sugar Ray Leonard. I mean, it goes on and on. But right now, it's there for the taking. The division is waiting for someone to become a superstar. Carlos Adames hopes to become that guy.
He does hope, and he's you know, looking at this fight is the fight that could put him on the map right now. And you know, he's got to pick up the pace as far as I'm concerned, because Gausha is just one-punch countering.
Yeah, he's setting traps. That's what Gausha's doing right now. He's waiting for the right time for Adames to come in. Adames, I'm sorry, land that right hand.
Okay, so after that right hand that Adames just threw, he should have picked up the pace and done. Like I say, sometimes you got to step in guy 2-3 times in a row. You understand? He missed the first one. It's the second and third effort that'll get the guy. But he's got to do that. He's stopping after one effort.
45 seconds left in the third. There's that jab from Gausha. Doubles it up, but doesn't follow right, and now Adames looking to move forward, march, trying to land the right hand, and we've yet to see Adames go southpaw. And to be fair, he was highly effective against Julian Williams and Sergey Derevyanchenko, his two toughest opponents.
Beautiful catch and shoot right there from Gausha. Adames trying a little bit more in this round. Yes. Again, the movement from Gausha is giving Adames a lot of trouble.
Well,
10 seconds. 10 segundos.
Adames won the first 2 rounds just by the fact of pressure without doing
All
much.
right, we're just kicking off the pay-per-view with this middleweight title fight.
Time.
Earlier today, amazing right hands, picks up the biggest win of his career. And this is round number 4, scheduled for 12, for Adames' claim to the 160-pound round. And we are anticipating that the population will turn into hot fire soon enough.
It looks like Adames is coming out with a little bit more purpose this round here. Because, look, Gausha is not really doing anything. He's just moving around the ring, looking for an occasional counterpunch. Yeah. And, you know, sometimes you have to start taking more chances, Adames.
There's a right hand to the body by Adames, and going in, we mentioned it right from the top. Throughout his career, Gausha has been unable to pull the trigger consistently. Too cautious.
Yeah, right there, he let that right hand go twice, and that's what he needs to do. I mean, we don't want to see a lot of volume from Gausha.
Landed from either fighter.
But we want to see the right punches thrown by Gausha.
When you're landing single digits each through 3 rounds, not exactly a great fight, Abner.
No, I mean, a lot of that has to do with the movement that Gausha is giving Adames, and Adames not pressuring enough and not throwing enough. Again, let's hope it picks up after or during this round.
So 1-2 by Adames, lands the right hand, now starting to march forward, put the pressure on Gausha. Gausha, high guard, but a lot of space in between that peekaboo, and the jab split the guard by Adames.
Adames should not take 1 step backwards for the rest of this fight. Yeah, he should keep doing that and do 2-3 sets of punches and force Gausha into punches with him.
That was at the belt by Adames. The jab from Gausha, but single shot, doesn't follow up with his patented right hand, his best offensive weapon. Final minute of the 4th round. I thought you guys had big families, Abner. You're one of 10 siblings. Joe, you're one of 10 siblings. Carlos Adames is one of 35 siblings. His father passed away in 2015, but hats off to Santiago, who sired an army. And none of the siblings able to make it here tonight, but you know the Dominican Republic is shut down. All watching. They're here again. Just the 4th fighter from the Dominican Republic to become a champion, and the first at middleweight. And in fact, there was another Carlos Teo Cruz, who was the Dominican's first belt holder when he dethroned Puerto Rico's great Carlos Ortiz in 1968. Final 15 seconds of this 4th round. We are 1/3 of the way of this
10 seconds. 10 segundos.
And fans here in Vegas are looking and hoping for a fight to break out.
5 seconds out.
Yeah. He was 89-0-1 at the time. It's unbelievable.
Amazing, man.
All right, here we go with round number 5. And would you believe that Adames has thrown a total of 83 punches through 4 rounds?
Nothing's happened. See, and this is what I was saying. Adames just got to look. See how he's trying to play cagey with him right here.
You got to start touching him.
Just
touch, get in the.
Not just that. Put your hands up and make some moves inside, because the closer you get to Gausha, the more chance you have of hitting him with a good shot. He's got too much distance for a guy that plays it safe. He should be pressing much more.
Also double, triple jab for Adames to get in the inside, sidestep, and throw the overhand hand. He's been landing that.
Yeah, he's going to need more than just the overhand. He's going to have to go to body, uppercuts. He's going to have to...
And Gausha not doing much.
Right
14
there.
landed punches through 5 rounds. It's incredible for the championship. There's that overhand right from Adames. Single shot. Ebb and flow. No go in this one.
Look what he did there. He put his hands up. He blocked all those shots, but don't back out of the pocket. Stay there and catch the other guy leaving.
What about what Gausha just did seconds ago? That was a beautiful combination right there. A lot of it didn't land, but the body worked it. And then not too.
What I'm saying is that Adames made him do that by forcing himself on him. This way you're going to be able to get your shots in.
Minute and a half left here in the fifth. There, Gausha comes back, but again, a lot of those punches blocked, but at least he attempted, delivered with authority, with conviction.
Yeah, he's been doing that a lot more in this round.
Backing up again into the corner where you don't want to be against a guy like Adames, although Adames doesn't cut out the ring, allows him to escape. And Adames fainted but unable to pull the trigger, just not wanting to yet. A minute left in the fifth round. And you have to wonder, with less than a minute left in the fifth, Adames, we know, we've watched over and over, the fact that he is just 4 of 19 in the fifth round, that speaks volumes, Joe. I know you're not the biggest fan of the CompuBox metrics. It's just a barometer. It's not the gospel, but that's incredible.
No, that seems reasonable, the stats.
What doesn't seem reasonable is the fact that it's happening at all.
I was getting to that. The stats are fine. It's the fact that Adames is not forcing his will onto Gausha right now. And Gausha, what he's doing, he's throwing a couple of pops and getting out, and he's repeating that. And he's winning this round because he's doing that. And Adames is just throwing an overhand right and another shot to the body, and that's about it.
10 seconds, 10 segundos.
He's got to really force his will on Gausha and make things happen.
Time! Numero 6.
Yeah, that's hard to look at. But, look, Tank is very formidable, and so is Ryan. But Tank deserved that win. He was really on that one.
It's incredible, though, when it comes to explosive single counter shots, as we will focus here on round 6 of this fight. But how many Davis has gotten against Rolly Romero, against Ryan Garcia? His best knockout, his favorite, Leo Santa Cruz, of which he also showed how he's able to exploit repetitive patterns. Cruise through Santa Cruz for 1, 2, third right hand cost him slow.
If you get greedy with Tank, he's going to capitalize on it. That's the thing.
We have much more to talk about that main event, but and one of the reasons I guess we're talking about it now, with all due respect to Adames and Gausha, not a lot to talk about in this fight as Adames goes to the midsection, the breadbasket, with the jab again.
And that was after Gausha just ripped off the 3-4 punch combination. Didn't have a lot of effect, but at least he's working. He's throwing more punches than Adames right now.
Not a lot more.
But that's more than we're used to seeing from Gausha.
No, I have to disagree. Not at all. I'm looking at the stats. Not at all. It's way under. He throws 40 punches around. He's throwing 26 around in this fight.
Yeah, but I think Adames is probably throwing fewer.
Oh, much fewer. It's an amazing headline, what we're watching here.
Right.
Carlos Adames, it's incredible. Look at these stats, guys. Total power punches landed. Putrid.
See, again, Adames not following that. See, that's what he should be doing. Little cute movement like that. Keep the pressure on and just keep touching him, keep buzzing him, and keep his hands moving. He's not doing that.
I think it favors Gausha, this style.
I got you. Let him out.
I know he's not throwing a lot, but he's throwing enough, I think, to win the rounds. Adames is the one that's missing a lot, and that the one that we should and we are expecting for him to do.
Hopefully we can get Adames to at least throw as many punches around as he has siblings, which are total 35.
Hilarious.
Under a minute left here in the first half of this championship fight, and Adames now unloading with the right hand, but stops.
Right hand, followed with the left uppercut, another right hand, maybe one of the bottom.
Right hand, that was it.
You had him backed into the corner there.
Very tentative affair. And again, the middleweight division screaming for a superstar.
Overreaching Adames. Single shots.
30 seconds left in the sixth.
And we haven't seen Adames even try going southpaw, which he's very effective with.
It was the way he's looked the best against his best opponents, Devianchenko and Williams, was as a southpaw.
Exactly. And here, maybe that would get something going for him here offensively.
10 seconds, 10 segundos.
He hasn't even shown that once.
6 rounds. We are halfway through. And Adames has 34 of 135. Gausha 26 of 171 at the midway point of a championship fight.
Estamos bien. Toma aire.
Good, we're good. Breathe.
Toma aire,
Breathe.
Bueno, ya viste ya que ya le metiste un jab de la mano atrás, ¿no, verdad?
You got the jab, right?
Ve a ver si tú se lo puedes meter. No se lo tires, no se lo dobles, tíraselo así.
Don't straight up.
Porque está bloqueando
Don't
así.
turn it, because he's
Tíraselo
walking
así.
like this.
Tú
Throw
no
it
eres un
this way.
cabrón metiendo
All right?
incluso a López
Yo,
la
motherfucker,
amenaza.
get that uppercut in there.
Así.
Like
No
that.
metas así.
Don't turn it like that.
Date respeto. Lo único que tú tienes
You know,
que
the
tener
only
ese
thing that you
tipo
have to do
con tu respeto. A la pinga
Have
lo demás.
respect. But the rest, fuck it all.
Oye, mírame la cara.
Listen, look at me.
Esa
Look at me.
fucking faja es tuya.
That fucking belt is yours.
Eso ni pinga que lo puedes
That fucking
coger.
belt
Eso
is
es
yours. That
tuyo.
motherfucker can't take it away. It's yours.
Eso es tuyo.
That shit is
cojones.
yours.
So Salas with a lot more
Siete.
energy and vigor than we have
Seven.
seen from Carlos Adames, and it's rare that I hear Salas dropping F-bombs like that, and we're only in round 7, so obviously a sense of urgency from Adames' camp.
Oh yeah, he's trying to wake up Adames, trying to tell him, hey, listen, we're in the 7th round. Throw some punches. We need that belt. Come on.
And really, though, the fact that Salas was so aggressive, so intense, as Gausha going to the body now, Adames opening up to the body, and Adames starting to put together punches. He's responded, and you know what? Gausha is also going back.
Well, this is
We might just get a fight after all.
yeah, but I mean, this kind of is exactly what I was saying. As a cornerman like Salas, I would be
Use
with
it,
the
use
podium
it,
right now,
use
making
it.
this guy go. Yeah. And now, this is what he should do. And then Gausha's holding his own.
Exactly. I was going to say that Gausha's standing in there.
Yeah,
He's holding his own.
It's the entertaining exchange here in the opening minute of the 7th. The jab from Gausha popping Adames' head back, and Gausha now beginning to lock down Adames. Combination.
What is going on here? This just really is.
Right hand behind the guard of Adames, uppercut by Gausha. There's a right hand that pops Gausha. He felt that. He felt the power of Adames with that right hand.
Now he's got to stay out with both hands. Don't throw a right hand back out and look at him. Stay out. Just keep punching.
Yeah, that right hand hurt Gausha. Took his time to recuperate, and then now he's letting his own punches go. But he's waiting. He's waiting for the right time.
Gausha's been down 3 times in his career. The last time was when he challenged Randy Lara for a 154-pound title in October of 2017. Was outpointed over 12. But Adames finally beginning to open up here in the 7th round. A minute 10 left. Adames has thrown 38 punches, and miraculously, Gausha has thrown over his average. He's thrown 43 punches this round. Counter right from Gausha. Double jab from Adames. Gausha's corner up to see him continue to stick the jab.
And Adames took his foot off the gas again. I mean, he had things going his way. He was listening to Salas in the corner, putting the pressure on, getting him nasty, and then he pulled back again.
That jab has a lot to do with it as well, Joe. I think that jab from Gausha, every time that Adames walks in, boom, there it is, the jab.
The counter left to the breadbasket by Adames.
You can parry a jab, you can slip a jab, you can block a jab. You can do lots of things with the other guy's jab. You can jab with them, but you got to do something.
10 seconds. 10 segundos.
Maybe, well, it isn't. The most entertaining round of the fight with Gausha going 20 for 61. Adames 19 of 52 as we are 27.
Let's take a look at see what Salas did for Adames here. And there's that double jab. Right hand, it got over the top of the block. You know, Gausha tried to block it, but it snuck in there. And it hurt him. That was the one that hurt him. And then it backed off.
All right, with more on Adames' corner, let's go to Jordan Clanton.
Thanks, Mauro. So I just went over to his corner and asked his head trainer, Ismael Salas, hey, he's had success fighting southpaw like we've all been talking about. Why isn't he doing that tonight? He said, because Gausha has a good right hand. I don't want him to get hit by that. So fighting from the orthodox stance, he's able to guard that right hand better. He's able to really land his own right hand stronger. So, Joe, you're a trainer yourself. What do you think about that?
Well, look,
Seconds
give it a
out.
shot because the right-handed stance through these many rounds hasn't really been doing a lot for either guy. Give
I
it a
understand
shot.
though going in because Gausha's right hand is his best weapon, but you're the champ. Carlos Adames has had such great success against top shelf talent at this level. So yeah, I get it.
But again, he's got under a 50% knockout ratio for Gausha. I wouldn't be too terribly frightened of the right hand.
Understood. Jab to the body by Adames.
Gausha now walking Adames down. Good job. I like the high guard that Gausha has. Again, he lets his, yeah, he's back to the ropes, but again, he's a guy that will lead you to the ropes and then he'll throw right hand. He'll set up traps.
Gausha threw a right hand a few seconds ago, blocked by Adames, and he didn't come back with anything. He got to come back with something.
Combination from Gausha, lands the left hook upstairs. Double jab, right hand to the body. Nice combination by Adames, changing levels, but doesn't sustain it.
Right, where was the hook after that right hand of the body? That's the whole purpose of the right hand of the body, is to open up the top. Right there, so you got to do something else. Throw a jab after that. Throw a hook. Throw a liver shot.
And we know that Adames has a habit of carrying his hands low, as we see here right now, but Gausha unable to take advantage. That's midway point of the 8th round. But we have also seen Adames, despite carrying his hands low, he can be defensively responsible from the back foot, but there's just not a lot to unpack in this fight thus far. Uppercut on the outside by Adames.
Yeah, it was a touch hook, little uppercut, but no follow-up. Because, Gausha was still there to be hit.
Gausha backing up, resetting. Leads with the left, countered by Adames. Under a minute left in the 8th round.
Break clean, come on.
A lot more punches landed, I think, from Gausha. Adames trying, missing a lot, overreaching. Even those shots right there from Gausha, I mean, they don't land, but they're there. He's throwing.
Yeah, he is throwing.
Effective punches. I appreciate the effort, Abner. Trying to find whatever we can. Trying to mine whatever positives you can, brother. Under 30 seconds left here in the 8th frame.
Yeah, when there's two fighters that aren't throwing
That was
much,
a nice right hand by Adames.
and there is one at least that's trying. Doing it.
There's a combination by Gausha. The right hand by Gausha slipped by Adames. They're close quarters, but
10 seconds, 10 segundos.
good round for Terrell Gausha. Outlanding Adames.
Time. Seconds out. Nueve is coming up. Round 9. Round 9.
We have reached round number 9 for the middleweight championship that is currently the possession of Carlos Adames, who again earned the prize on his 30th birthday, May 7, when the sanctioning body stripped longtime champion Jamal Charlo after he was arrested following a DWI and litany of other issues. So Adames, but you aren't a true champion until you successfully defend the title. And of course, Adames wanted to face Charlo in the ring, never came to fruition. But here he is tonight. He said he's here to take over the middleweight division. His fans are waiting.
Well, he's got to take over this fight first.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Fans are waiting. We're waiting. I mean, and then again, we're not used to seeing Adames like this. Normally, he's more aggressive. He turns southpaw. He becomes even more aggressive when he's southpaw.
I'm really kind of frustrated with his
Well, you know what's going to happen, though? This will end with a knockout of the year.
Oh, you're right. Exactly. Of course.
Well, it's boxing. That's why we love it.
Yeah. No, there's a possibility. Exactly. Although I don't think Gausha gets knocked out.
And that's why, you're right, he's so durable. And that's the other reason. Gausha is a pro's pro. He's always been a tough competitor. And when you look at his record, I mean, a 10-round draw against ex-belt holder, lefty Austin 12. A lot of people thought Gausha should have won that. His 3 losses came against current middleweight strap holder, then 154 title as Southpaw Erislandy Lara, who dropped Gausha. He's lost to Erickson Lubin, Tim Zhu. I mean, only at the top
guys, yeah.
And here in his second fight at 160, hanging tough, but doing as much as he can, and he's definitely competitive with Adames. In fact, right now, he is 61 of 308 total compared to Adames 69 of 250. So it is very close numerically, just not in terms of entertainment value.
And he's quite possibly, in fact, he's probably winning this round. And I gave him the last round,
Yeah,
too.
the last round as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was well said from Lara. I mean, not the most entertaining fight, not the most punches thrown, but I think Gausha's doing really good. Again, this is the boxing that we're used to seeing from Gausha. Unfortunately, I mean, we've been really strict about and urging for him to throw more, but no, he does not throw more.
And you know what? That was a nice neat right hand by Gausha. Again, at 36 years of age, he is fully cognizant that this is it, his last opportunity to fulfill his childhood dream, to solidify his legacy. Abner, you're a former three-division champion who dreamed of becoming a champion since you were a kid. You
10 seconds. 10 segundos.
It's about reaching the summit, the apex, and giving yourself the best opportunity to do so. And for Gausha, this style of fight serves him well.
Yeah, look, he's lucky he's got this Adames in front of him tonight.
Here we go.
He's
Here we go.
playing right into his hands.
We're in this fight, champ. We got to pick up the. Listen, we got 3 rounds to go, right? We got 3 rounds to go. We need these rounds, okay? We need every single one of these rounds, champ. Hear me? Okay? Right? We're coming from behind, but we're doing good. We're picking up the pace. Got to do more, champ. You're creating opportunities. You're making this guy miss. But you're 1 second too late. You're a second too late. You got to come back and counter. They're there for you. The shots are there for you, champ. You got to believe. You understand? You got to counter his ass. You're making.
I need everything you got. I need everything. Big, deep, I need.
Okay? Let's go. Let's go. Hear me? Just be smart. Be smart, okay?
Both corners, sense of urgency, both corners trying to fire up their respective charges heading into round number 10.
Manny Robles saw what we've been talking about, that Gausha's been coming back. He won the last 2 rounds. He needs these next 2 rounds.
3 rounds.
3, we're in 10.
Round
10, 11, 12, sorry. Next 3 rounds. And look
at how close it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there on the screen, man. Adames has 69 landed punches, Gausha 65, but very close fight here as we are into the 10th round for Adames' middleweight belt. Landed the jab, went upstairs with the right. Gausha's high guard, flashing the jab momentarily, but no one wants to initiate. No one wants to dictate the terms of this dance.
And that's Manny, Robles is kind of in agreement with that scorecard right there. He says you won the last couple, the last few, you need the next 3. And yeah,
Adames looking to get Gausha to bite down on a feint. Gausha, nice escape from the ropes, but no punches thrown by either fighter. There's a jab from Gausha.
Yeah, definitely no one dictating the fight, the pace of this fight, the rhythm.
No one wants to seize the reins.
Once it got it's right there.
For the middleweight championship, Joe Bussi.
Listen,
I got you.
I got you.
I know you did. Michael, second to none.
And I can't remember a fight we were ever in that was this slow pace.
Well, again, when you look at this division and where the history of it, by the way, the first ring champion 160, the French Hall of Fame. History while we have a moment. Minute left here in the 10th, and Adames now showing glimpses. But there, the double jab, no right hand.
No, he's missing a lot as well.
Adames had Gausha in the corner. He couldn't go anywhere. He threw a right hand and missed it. He's still there. You could have gone to the body right after it, and he didn't do it. I'm really disappointed with what's going on with Adames in this ring right now.
And those were the opportunities that Manny Robles was talking about.
Yeah.
When he takes a step back and Adames misses.
Counter.
Gausha can counter, but he doesn't.
36 seconds left in the 10th. Manny Robles shouting out instructions. Gausha looking for the 1-2, wants to see more from his fighters.
10 seconds, 10 segundos.
Into the championship rounds, and statistically speaking, this fight very much up for grabs.
Time.
Powers, good movement, sharp jab, good right hand, good counter punching. A nice clash of styles coming up in the co-main.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot more action than we are right now. I can guarantee you with Benavides.
Knock on wood, I knocked on my head.
No,
Stop!
me.
It's the championship rounds here, round 11. And
I got Gausha winning the last 3 rounds.
Yes.
You know?
You know how to score your rounds, Joe. No, you're right.
For a rookie, he just landed the nice right hand left hook. Missed that one. Gausha did.
again, championship rounds. Can I please put that word? I mean,
and Gausha, he's landing. He's landing several combinations right
I think
now.
Gausha's doing the right thing, guys. I mean, I know you guys expect more from him, but that's his
this
style.
corner who expects more from him.
No, they're telling him exactly. Corner tell him catch him when he comes in. That's what he's doing.
No, they want to see a lot more punches.
We would never, or I wouldn't argue with that. It was the beginning rounds, the first half of the fight, he was moving and not doing much. Now he's holding his ground.
If you stay in there, that's what's going to happen.
Nice left hook by Adames, but a nice counter from Gausha. And now they exchange again with Gausha throwing the combination. Adames going downstairs, right uppercuts. And the fans coming to life as these two finally start to roll. Wait a minute. That's a bad way to cancel for
Gotta keep him up. You gotta keep him up.
Yeah, that was a little, Adames just acknowledged it to the referees, bowing to the fans. Yeah, he knows he hit him low.
I got you.
And
I got you.
that's
Take your time.
unfortunate.
Take your time.
Yeah. Here we go. We're gonna show a little replay of that. I think we got it. There we go. And
Belt lines.
okay.
Okay.
Below the belt, for sure.
You good?
That's a fine line. You can hit it on the belt.
You
or
ready?
below the belt.
You ready? Okay.
Below
Okay.
the belt is where you're gonna get.
Keep him up, okay?
You know, the
Time
roll
in!
or the pump take.
Action resumes midway point of the 11th.
And that kind of helped Gausha because Adames was starting to let off.
And he's starting to do it again. Adames pops. Gausha with a nice right hand. And there's the jab from Gausha, stopping Adames momentarily. Robles wants Gausha to keep that jab in Adames' face. There's a nice combination, closing the gap, and then nice shot there. Another right hand, another right hand from Gausha.
Gausha's winning this round. Adames has had 1 or 2 flurries that have worked for him, but
a lot of the reason is the inactivity of the defending middleweight champion, Carlos Adames. Way below his average in terms of punches thrown. Although he still leads 95 to 91.
Stop! I got you. Let him go.
Final 30 seconds of the 11th. Left hook to the body by Adames.
Stop! No holding hit. No holding hit.
Gausha did a good job. He backed in the corner, he spun out, and he got away from the trouble that was coming his way by Adames. So that was
None of that
nice
landed
move.
from Adames.
Exactly.
10 seconds. 10 segundos.
12th and final round is upon us. Who wants this fight more?
Time! Last round coming up.
Bueno, déjeme decirte una cosa.
All right, let me tell you one thing.
Todo estuvo bien, que viste que lo
Everything
podía
was
haber
good.
naqueado.
You see, you could have knocked him out.
Oye, nos vamos para el último salto.
come on,
Viste
this
que lo
is the
podía
last
haber
one. You
naqueado,
see, you
pero
could have
bueno.
knocked him out.
Hace
Okay.
falta, como este es el último,
You know, since
no
this
está
is the last
inventando
one,
nada a
don't
la
start
zurda.
inventing stupid
Por
things
favor.
as a lefty, all right? Please.
No hay invento de zurda.
Don't
hoy.
invent things at the lefty stance.
Low blow. That was a deliberate low blow. You hear me? That was a deliberate low blow. All right? But I'm not going to ask you to retaliate. I'm just going to ask you to be smart about it, okay? I need this round and I need it big. okay? Listen, stay in control behind that left hand, okay? Stay in control. I need you to stay busy, but I need my punches nice and tight.
Will the 36-year-old Terrell Gausha, a U.S. Olympian, finally realize his goal of becoming a champion, or will the 30-year-old Carlos Adames retain the title and successfully defend it for the first time in his maiden voyage as 160-pound champion? 2 minutes, 40 seconds and counting to find out.
Good job by Manny Robles in the corner, too. That was a nice, inspirational speech.
This fight's up for grabs, yeah.
It exactly is.
We need this round. We need it bad. There it is.
Joe Goosen, you have Adames up by a point, so again, and I know you're also calling the fight how difficult it is to score, so very much a competitive affair in that regard, that it's there for the taking.
Yeah, I have Gausha winning the last 4 rounds. If he wins this one, I don't know what the official scorecard should say. Put on my score.
And you guys are going to hate
by Coach Adames.
You're going to hate me for saying this, but for Gausha, he's got to continue to do the same thing. And what I mean by that, just let Adames come in.
I like the...
Yeah, just let those punches will go there, and then go back to your high guard. Wait for Adames to make the mistakes. Throw that right hand.
Willing, no one daring to be great, no one taking risks.
Why would I not like that?
The championship round, 12th and final round. The sense of urgency from Adames not on display. The fact that they're now clinching the 12th with a minute and a half left. None of them have yet to land 100 punches total in this fight.
And see right there, Adames threw a right hand, got blocked, and Gausha came back with 4 or 5 body shots. You know, that's the way to do it. There's another one.
Come on, stop! Come on, no holding, Terrell. No holding, no holding.
Well, so far, Gausha's
last round.
There we go, counter, hold off the 2 body shots. And then back to his combos.
And in the final minute, they've crashed the 100 punches total landed, and it's very close. We're keeping a running score right there. It's like a basketball game, although not as much closer than what Dallas did to Boston last night to avoid the sweep. But 104-102. Who wants it more? 40 seconds left in this fight with the middleweight title on the line.
Let him out.
Trying to get excited.
Listen, I think Adames evened it up right now. Let's see who takes the last 30 seconds here.
There's Adames opening up to the body, counter upstairs by Gausha. You never want to leave it to the judges. We've already seen an example of that tonight, but it's the final 15 seconds. Adames on Gausha.
Stop!
It is going to go the distance.
Keep him up.
12 complete rounds in Adames' first defense of his middleweight title. Wow, it is going to be interesting. More interesting than the fight itself will be how it's scored.
That's going to be the interesting thing.
Yeah. Look, I like what Gausha did in the last 5 rounds. He held his ground.
I like what he did.
More, you know.
Listen, I like what he did in this fight. For a guy like Gausha, he didn't open up much because he was going to give opportunities to Carlos Adames. Yeah, it was a boring fight for all of us, for a lot of people out there. But Gausha played it smart and safe, I want to say. And that's what he did.
Yeah. I think he came back in the second half of the fight and, you know, maybe caught up or surpassed Adames' lead.
Got 3.
Our first championship fight of the night is complete. The last championship fight of the night will be for the 135-pound strap, currently in the possession of Gervonta "Tank" Davis, who returns after a career-long layoff, saying he is more mature and more ready. He's got huge chips on his shoulder. And like his big fan Jay-Z once said, allow me to reintroduce myself. But Frank Martin, he wants to spoil the return of Tank Davis. He wants to silence the Davis Army. And Frank Martin, 18-0 with 12 KOs, athletically gifted, highly skilled. This is between the #2 and #5 ranked fighters at Ring Magazine for the 135-pound title in the main event. But right now, let's find out who walks out of MGM Grand Garden Arena as middleweight title holder. The man who has the answer is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Well, fans, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Patricia Morse-Jarman scores about 119 to 109. Chris Migliori and Steve Weisfeld both scored about 118 to 110. All three in favor of the winner. And still the WBC Middleweight Champion of the World, El Bronco Caballo, Carlos
Adames maintains his hold on the middleweight gold with a unanimous decision win over Terrell Gausha. Gausha 0 for 2 now in title fights. Adames improving to 24-1. More action on this PBC PBB, and let's hope the action picks up in our next encounter. But it was Carlos Adames retaining the title for all of the Dominican Republic as he goes 12 rounds with Terrell Gausha and remains